Hi everyone. We are back with another collective message. So if you found your way here, then this is where you belong. Thank you and welcome. Couple notes. These are channeled collective messages, so don't try and force anything to fit. If a message resonates with you, it does, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Either one is fine. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is there at the bottom. And if these readings really absolutely impact you, you're welcome to send me any kind of tips, donations, or thank yous to keep these on air, to keep this messages flowing, to buy roses for my spirit guides. And that can be done via Cash App at Butterfly X Goddess and Venmo, Rose and Clove 999. Just put some cute emojis, maybe include a rose in there if you feel so inclined. So our first card here is going to be the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about celebrations. The Three of Cups talks about connecting with people who are community, friends, going out, dancing, drinking. This is just all around the card of joy, having a good time, finding fun and emotional fulfillment, and doing things that are good for you with community. Love that. The next card that we have is the Moon. So the Moon is the energy of not being able to, it's the energy of alluring, mysteriousness. It's giving fairy tale in the woods energy. The Moon, oh God, oh wow, okay. Come through messages. This is the energy of not knowing everything about a situation, but really tapping into your intuition and letting that energy attunement work with you to show you what you need to see here. Yeah, we have the Five of Wands, which talks about some kind of battle, some kind of fight. This card talks about a clash and a difference of opinion. Now, the Five of Wands during Mercury retrograde is really an extra warning, because it shows that if you, super confirmation on that. If there's a situation that you can walk away from, instead of fighting, walk away from it. Because this is the energy where it's more volatile, where people have more of that, emotional pent up, ready to release at any point kind of situation. So if you can walk away from an altercation, choose to do so. The Four of Wands is our next card. So this talks about needing more rest at this time, specifically this week. Everywhere I turn, it's just highlighting that the astrology of the next 14 days is like no joke. And so that's not to say be afraid of it, but that's to say if ever there was a time to slow down on running your mouth or to take extra time in, contemplation, this is the time. This is also talking about how the importance of rest can change the flow of everything in our lives. Make sure that you're resting, and remember there's 7 types of rest. So this is not just talking about sleep, or this is not just talking about sitting still. This is talking about sometimes just being in the energy of doing nothing. This is talking about no music, no TV, just being present, being still, resting and seeing what comes up for you. This is talking about the Two of Cups. So this is talking about at the end of this experience, something being revealed and something coming out in terms of your relationships. For some people, this is reconciliation, reunification. For some people, this is proposals. I'm seeing a lot of proposals, which is very cute. And if you're already married, this can be like a proposal to go on a journey together, or a proposal to renew vows. This is just very much giving romance, which we all need more of. Romanticize your life. Everything is romantic. It's a brat summer. Okay, period. Shout out to what I said about this next 2 weeks astrology being really heavy. We have the Six of Wands coming up. See, you can get through whatever comes your way, babe. We have the Six of Swords coming up next, which talks about literally leaving, seeking shelter, and finding calmer waters. This can be you walking away from a job, walking away from a toxic relationship. And I feel like this is you and the people that you're meant to connect with, leaving behind certain experiences that were blocking you from your connection to each other. Now, again, we saw the Five of Wands, and we're also seeing the Five of Swords here. So this talks about maybe feeling undervalued and underappreciated in the work that you're currently doing, or even just that your skills are being underutilized. This is very much also connected to that Venus in Virgo. Shout out to Jonathan Coe, everything, but the podcast that was released literally this morning, that's talking about just like how when Venus is in Virgo, Venus is in its fall or its detriment, and how Venus loves to just like be art for the sake of art and that creativity, and how Virgo is that very detail-oriented nitpickiness. So this can be the actual breakthrough energy, 555, the actual breakthrough energy where for some of you, I'm seeing that this is kind of like a battle with yourself too. I'm seeing like a part of you just wants to celebrate and rest, but maybe there's something that's telling you like you don't deserve it. And maybe that's connected to the places that you were, or the experiences that you had. You know, under capitalism, our productivity is connected to our morals, and how we feel about ourselves is connected to our wealth, right? What we believe we deserve, we will allow into our lives. So this is talking about just like really facing through some of that and doing some of the shadow work to let that love in. I do see for a select few of you, this can be things coming to light around cheating, around mishaps of the heart, around betrayals. But furthermore, where have you betrayed yourself? Where have you betrayed your own heart by allowing people to stay in your energy field who you know not only did not have your best interests in mind, but furthermore, who were just kind of exploiting your energy? Because when you embrace that healing and that self-love, it's very much clear to see, and as painful as it is, it's very important to address. But as you can see with this card of betrayal, this Three of Swords, you know, if you know anything about human anatomy or or the body, excuse me, if you actually have needles piercing your heart and you try to take them out, you will die. You will bleed out. So sometimes, you know, we wonder as humans why our healing process takes so long, or why things don't happen when we want them to happen, or why we envision they should happen, or why. And the reason that you get medical attention if you have three swords in your heart is because if you pull them out, they'll die. The reason that when we're hurt by community or lovers or whatever, we cannot just heal in solitude or in silence, we have to heal with community and with connection, is because we're all connected. And it's because this is the work that is done gradually. You know, this is the work that is done with precision. This is the healing that requires a lot of tending. So tend to your heart very much at this time, and just honor your heart and what it's asking for and what it needs. We have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is really talking about the consequences of not living in your truth, of being blindfolded to your own power while everyone who's walking by can see it, right? Everyone who comes into contact with you can see your own power. And it's like you're a little bit blinded to it, even as you're standing in your power. And it's that kind of energy of like, you know, the wolves that surrounded you. Some people who surrounded you very much did see your power and wanted to limit you from seeing yourself. So they said like, here friends, take a blindfold. And you're like, oh, that's so nice, they're giving me something. But it's like, you never stop to ask why they're giving you what they're giving you, right? With that Five of Wands and that Six of Swords and that Five of Swords, I do see that you breaking through this and moving through this, but really this energy is intense. Yeah, I see you breaking through, winning with ease, it's easy to say it's ease when you look back. Hindsight is always 20/20, right? But this is a well fought and well won victory. The Ace of Swords reminds us of our complete and utter power, also the power of the tongue. Be very watchful of what you say over the next 14 days because words have power and Mercury is retrograde. That was meant to be the last card, but I want to pull another one. And talking about the actual imagery of that card too, of the actual sword, you know, the sword is very much the weapon of Venus. Shout out to Amanda Yates Garcia's podcast, produced by Carolyn Pennypacker Riggs, Between the Worlds, where just on today's episode, there was mention of Mars and how we actually see Mars and how Mars, shout out to Alice Sparkly Cat for this dialogue as well, how Mars is actually also like how when you're seen as the outsider, how you do sort of defend yourself, right? And sometimes that's more by like being loud, but sometimes that's by being reserved. People associate Mars with, you know, war, but Venus is the goddess of war. She's the goddess of love and beauty, ever the victor, and war. And the reason she's the goddess of war is because you have to fight for what you love and what you believe in. Love challenges, love expands, love explodes, love connects. And so what are you piercing through at this point that requires your utmost courage? And, you know, in these final and beautiful and potent dregs of Leo season, remember that Leo is the energy of the courage, or the lion of the heart. What is it that your heart wants from you? It wants money, bitch. It's capitalism. Just kidding. Kind of. It's the Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knight of Pentacles is that embodied energy, that earth sign energy, that energy of money, that energy of funding, that energy of stability, that energy of getting what you need when you need it, with the King of Swords. This is the energy of, like, you know, someone who defends you, okay? And this is the energy of like someone who defends you when your name is spoken, when you're not in the room. I saw that 222. This is the energy of cutoff season, of boundaries, of clearing out what no longer serves to embrace what is. This is also the energy of being able to sit in your power and move when the spirit tells you to move. So that was the collective reading. Thank you so much if you tuned in. Sending you love and guidance. And support.